Hello, I'm Dr. Kristine Kiat. Have you ever witnessed your kid screaming, shouting in the middle of the night? Are you worried that he or she is having nightmares or night terrors? Do you know the difference between the two? Because there is a huge difference. And are you wondering what you can do to help him or help her have a peaceful sleep? These are just some of the questions you might have, and I'm here to help you answer these. So keep watching to find out. Nightmares and night terrors. What are nightmares? These are scary dreams that your child might have that wakes them up in the middle of the night, and when they're already awake, they have a hard time going back to sleep. It can happen for no reason at all, or it can be triggered if they heard or seen something scary on TV. It can be real, like they actually saw it happen, or it can be imagined or make believe. Most of the time, they are able to recall the dream and tell you about the nightmare in great detail. Nightmares are common in children around 3 to 6 years of age. And in about 30 to 90% of kids, these nightmares happen once in a while. These nightmares are related to a kid's developmental stage. So for toddlers, the nightmares are related to separation from parents. And then for preschoolers, their nightmares might be about monsters or being afraid of the dark. And then for school age children, their nightmares might be from real danger or even death. So, what can you do when your kid is having nightmares? So, during the episode, after he or she has had a nightmare and has woken up, give him comfort. So, try to soothe him and cuddle him until he is able to go back to sleep. It is also helpful if you talk about the bad dream during the day. Also, protect your child from hearing scary stories or from watching scary movies or TV shows. It is also helpful if you leave the bedroom door open. Never close a door on a scared kid. Also, let your child go back to sleep on his own in his own bed. It is also helpful if you can give a security blanket or a toy. Don't forget to talk about happy and fun things during the day, and even before sleep, you may read some happy stories, or you can read stories about overcoming nightmares. And then when should you worry and call me or your pediatrician? If the nightmares have become worse, or they happen a lot, if it interferes with activities during the day, meaning your child is too tired during the day because he hasn't had some sleep. Also, if he or she is too scared to do anything. And if you have any other questions. Night terrors. These are partial awakening from sleep wherein the child may be shouting, kicking, or screaming. There may also be mumbling, or in some kids, sleepwalking. Picture this. During an episode, the child might sit up with eyes wide open, but he or she will not notice you. That is an example of a night terror. The child cannot be comforted or woken up during the episode. And also, the next day, he or she will not remember what happened. These episodes may last for 10 to 30 minutes, and it only happens in about 3% of kids aged 4 to 12. Remember, these episodes are usually harmless. So, what can you do when your kid is having night terrors? First of all, help him return to normal sleep. Do not wake him or her up. And also, no shaking or shouting, as it would just make him more upset. Protect your kid against injury, because during an episode, he might bump his head against the wall or break a window, or the scarier part is he might fall down the stairs. So protect your kid from injury. You can also try to prevent a night terror episode because it might be triggered by being overtired. So try to have a regular sleep schedule, and then for younger kids, it's helpful if you give them a nap. When should you worry when your kid is having night terrors? When you witness that there is drooling, jerking, or stiffening of the arms and legs. When these terrors interrupt sleep on a regular basis, so when they happen most of the time. And then if these episodes last longer than 30 minutes, it is something to worry about. When your kid does something dangerous, so especially for kids who are sleepwalking, so watch out for that. And if your kid has daytime fears, or if you think family stress might be a factor. Alright, this brings us close to the end of the video. So I will now try to compare nightmares from night terrors and give you a summary. In a nightmare, usually the kid can recall the event and tell you about it in great detail the next day. In contrast to the night terror, the kid does not remember the event from happening. Also, in a nightmare, there is no confusion and the kid seeks out the parent. On the other hand, night terror causes confusion and the kid is not aware that the parents are in the room. Nightmare happens later, often later at night, while in a night terror, it occurs in the first few hours of sleep. So there you go, nightmares and night terrors. This is the end of my video. I hope you learned a lot. Thank you so much for watching.